Wait. Wait. I'm trying to push these dentures in. Wait a minute. Oh, good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Good morning. And how do you do? We woke up this morning and we should give the Creator the honor, the praise, the glory, the hallelujah, the worship, but most importantly, the acknowledgement. Why? Because He chose you, and me to rise. Why? Because there is something He wants us to do today, and that is to be of service to others. We are born to serve. And I thank God my Canaan Baptist Church family celebrated 20 years of being of service to our community, to our city, to our county, to our state. So Dr. Christopher Allen Bullock and Dr. Debbie Bullock, we want to say thank you, and what an awesome tribute that we had yesterday, because we are born to serve. So will you be able to serve someone today unconditionally, without any hidden agendas or motives? God knows your heart. Man just sees what they see and do what they do and want what they want, but God sees all things. So I am so happy that I was chosen 34 plus years ago from underneath to be underneath a parked car, to be prepared to be of service to my God, who I now know intimately, so that I can be of service to you. We are in the recovery process. We were born to serve. And from recovery, we want to emerge in power. And that means from recovery, emerge in power to give hope to others, help others prosper equally. Okay? And so if these things fall down, y'all know what's going to happen. I'm going to take them out. All right? So how was your weekend? How you doing? Huh? How you doing today? How you been? You know, we are on step 9, made direct amends to such people wherever possible, except when to injure them or others, right? Or even you or me. And so one of the reasons why step 9 is so important is because it's going to mend those relationships that we have caused harm to over the years, as far back as we can remember. Step 9 is a freedom step. It will allow us to not have the haunted thoughts and the haunted memories of what we said, what we did, how we lied, how we gossiped, how we stole, how we cheated, the whole kit and caboodle, right? And so step 9 helps us to make amends, either direct amends or indirect amends. If I broke your fence, I need to mend it. If I stole your money, I need to give your money back. That's direct amends. If I was a cheater, I cannot go back and make amends because I harmed that family. So I need to mend my ways and not cheat and not cause harm to other families. That is an indirect amends, okay? I used to have my people punch me in on the clock, right? And so now that I'm working, I'm going to make indirect amends by not asking anybody, because if I do tell on that person or I have to bring them up, I'm causing more harm. So I'm going to mend my ways. That is an indirect amends. Okay. And so either way, we are here to be at peace with ourselves, with God, and our fellow man. But we have to make sure that we reveal things that we've been concealing in order for us to heal. That makes sense? Okay. And so using the spiritual principles of Alcoholics Anonymous, who provided us additional tools and resources, And when we apply them to all earthly matters, we can live at peace, tranquility, serenity. Yes. I don't have to walk across the street when I see somebody. I don't have to look the other way when I know somebody is looking at me. I don't need to not go into a store because I stole. No, I need to be set free. That is the only way. From recovery, we emerge empowered to give hope to others, help others prosper equally. But the truth of the matter is, we cannot do it by ourselves. See, underneath that parked car, I put myself there with the choices, decisions, right? That I made over the years, whether indirectly or directly, right? I thought I was right? No, no, no. My best thinking got me underneath that parked car. The choices and decisions, right, that I made helped contribute me to get underneath that parked car. And so at the end of my rope, at 34 years old, I had that knee bowing experience that you would only get once. Once. When you will cry out, help me. And my words were, whoever they say you are, take me out this life or show me a better way. I love my spiritual mentor, Dr. J. Macklin. I love my son, A.J. Harding, because they are infiltrating the community with spirituality, with information, right? That's going to uplift the soul, right? Uplift the community, uplift themselves, rather than both of them. And so did I. We had some wreckage in our past when we were not doing the best for ourselves, our family, or our community, if you know what I mean, right? All of us are ill to some extent, and all of us can benefit from a 12-step spiritual program to apply to all earthly matters, okay? All right, so now what I want to do is to review our reading for today so that we can dissect that baby. But before I do, I need to continue to make a couple of announcements. Y'all know that, right? So Don Thomas and his wife and daughter, Legacy, are moving in with me this week. And I got a whole lot of moving to do around. Oh, my goodness. But guess what? God said, you got the space. You got to let them in. And guess what? I am obedient to the Spirit. All right. We will be working unified to resurrect or what they call it, reestablish Community Communications Corporation. I will be sending out some letters for requests for funding because we need startup funds. The last time I checked, Community Communications Corporation only had $23 in their bank account. Okay. And so we are going to make sure that Twins Legacy is continued with some new ideas, some new creative ways, and bringing on new board members, selecting new presidents, new leadership, okay? James Turner is one from Reach Gospel Radio, and Tim Qualls is another one. Brandywine Counseling. We have Larry Lambert. We have Marvin Couch. And we are soliciting others who will help us reestablish to take the vision of Dr. Brown above and beyond, okay? So we are looking to host a celebration of life and the publishing of his book in November, the month of gratitude, the month of being thankful, okay? So look forward to that. All right, so the last, let me see. I think that was it. Let me see. All right, so that was it. Okay. So, but okay. Did y'all see that? Did y'all see that? Them teeth just falling down. Listen. I ain't putting no glue in there. I don't care what y'all say. Okay. And so I do want to make this announcement as well. All right. Divine Light, right? We have career opportunities. We still need a full-time clinical supervisor. We also need a day and an evening counselor for IOP. We need a medication technician person, okay? We will be looking to hire a part-time driver. And so young adults, it should be 18 to 24. We will have adults that we have now, and we have couples as well. And then for those who are in our program who do not have housing, we will house you. But you have to be in the program to live in one of our houses, okay? So reach out to www.divine, divine-light.net, right? And look for yourself. We have businesses in Baltimore, Wilmington, and now in Philadelphia. So please come visit us at 1016 Delaware Avenue or call us at 302-468-4530. Okay. Now there's another announcement I want to make, and I don't know how this got by me. My grandson, Bryce Dwight Dockery's mother, Ebony Madry. Listen, the woman is awesome, right? So she launched her new book, and it's called Let's Talk Family at the North Wilmington Branch Library on Saturday, right? Now, this got by me. I don't know. Either I done got too busy because I believe in promoting positivity, right? And so Ebony Madry, she has her own business called Patchwork, and she is opening and expanding and achieving new horizons. And so I will put up her flyer tomorrow so that you can purchase her book and call her, set up, because family is the core. Is the core. I did a quick interview with her, and I will show that as well, talking about why she launched the book, what was the purpose, and most importantly, what did she expect to be the outcome. And if nothing else, to bring families back together, to bridge the gap, to give the children a voice, to give the adults a voice, to give the seniors a voice. Why? Collectively, we are family. Okay. So shout out to my grandson, who is Bryce Dwight Dockery's mother, Ebony Madry. And I want to say also, Tonda is one of my regular viewers. I hadn't seen her in a while, but guess what? We reunited again because we are family. Thank you, Tonda. All right, so let's get to the reading today. All right. I wanted to make sure I announced that. All right. So our reading for today, right, is called, I love this. Okay. It says, we stand or fall together. That's the topic for the daily reflections of Alcoholics Anonymous. Okay, let me take a sip of this coffee. Maybe to keep these dentures in. I don't know. Don't y'all love me that I'm so transparent, right? And authentic, Miss Cooper Cocoa Box. That's right, free to hope. All right, okay. All right, so let me get comfortable, because y'all know I dive into this stuff, right? Okay, y'all ready? You ready? All right, let's go. All right, mature 3, love 3. Thank you for tuning in. All right, so we stand or fall together. What comes to your mind? We stand or fall together. Do you see the key word in there? We. That's the key word. We do what? We either stand together or we fall together. You got that? So look at the we. The 12-step spiritual program is a we program, right? The God of our understanding, the Trinity, the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, right? It is we together. together, we, right? And so get into your mind about the we. No man is an Ellen. Okay? So think we. We who have children, we who are responsible for others. We. We. I love me today. That's why I can be me. Okay? And so the reading says we stand or fall together. So the quote from our co-founder states, no society of men and women ever had a more urgent need for continuous effectiveness and permanent unity. They're talking about Alcoholics Anonymous, right? We alcoholics see that we must work together and hang together, else most of us will finally die alone. And this is from the Big Book, page 561. Do your own research. So the person in recovery shares their experience, and I'm going to share mine, and I invite you to share yours. It states, just as the 12 steps of Alcoholics Anonymous are written in a specific sequence for a reason, so it is with the 12 traditions. The first step and the first tradition attempt to instill in me enough humility to allow me a chance at survival. Okay? Together, they are the basic foundation upon which the steps and traditions that follow are built. It is a process of ego deflation, which allows me to grow as an individual through the steps and as a contributing member of a group through the traditions, okay? Full acceptance of the first tradition allows me to set aside personal ambitions, fears, and anger when they are in conflict with the common good, thus permitting me to work with others for our mutual survival. Without tradition one, we stand little chance of maintaining the unity required to work with others effectively, and I also stand to lose the remaining traditions, the fellowship, and my life. Woo! All right, boy, that's a lot to decipher, but guess what? I got time. I'm going to make time. I'm going to make time. Okay, so tradition one, right? When we talk about step one, which is, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Y'all just stay right there. Lord, I love you. Lord, I love you. Lord, I love you. Okay? And so when we talk about step one, you heard that? We admitted we were powerless over alcohol and that our lives had become unmanageable, right? And so I always want to be correct in what I do. So I have to make sure I'm telling y'all the right thing. Cause listen, y'all may think y'all know, but guess what? I want to know. And so as a result of that, I want to make sure I quote the correct thing, right? So let's go here. Okay. And let's look up, right? What it says for tradition one. Now, many of you know, right, that in Alcoholics Anonymous, there are 36 principles, right? And the first set is the 12 steps of Alcoholics Anonymous, right? The 12 traditions, right, of Alcoholics Anonymous, and the 12 concepts of Alcoholics Anonymous, okay? And so as a result, we make a concerted effort to spread it by having the 12 concepts that goes worldwide, all right? And so let me find what I need. Okay. So step one, okay. So we say, wait a minute, y'all. Hold on. No. Okay. So the short form of tradition one is our look, I'm taking them out. Tradition one says our common welfare should come first. Personal recovery depends upon AA unity. All right. And so that's what tradition one says. And so when I go into my meetings, and I have been for 34 plus years, I see a lot of things in print. For the most part, they're just words on paper. Okay. And so, but as I keep coming back, I need to relate what's on paper to my real life so it can make sense to me. I don't know about you, but you got to show me, okay? And so when we admitted we were powerless over alcohol and our lives had become unmanageable, right? That's step one. But tradition one says our common welfare should come first. Personal recovery depends upon AA unity. So how can I relate that to other groups that I belong to? I'm glad you asked. Our family is the first group that we belong to, okay? And so each of us who are individuals collectively together as a family, right? We have set up some traditions so that all of us can get along. All of us can abide by the same rules. All of us can chip in, right? And so tradition is not new to us. We have traditions on Christmas, Thanksgiving. We have family traditions, right? And so the traditions is what keeps that group together, okay? And so when we talk about the traditions in Alcoholics Anonymous, with all of these individuals who've admitted they were powerless over alcohol and their lives had become unmanageable, if we didn't have any traditions, honey, most of us will be dead. You got that right. We will be dead. And so our traditions, similar to a family, applies to our group in Alcoholics Anonymous. You got that? And so let me give you another example. When we go to school, right? There's a parochial school, there's public schools, there's private schools, there's charter schools, right? All of them have traditions, right? On how to keep unified. Either they're going to stand together or they're going to fall, right? The same thing with the family. If we don't have traditions, we're going to stand or we're going to fall, right? Same thing in Alcoholics Anonymous. When all of us get together, and there's millions of people in recovery from chemical dependency, suffering from mental illness as well. We stand together or we fall. We remain unified because we tried to do it alone, and we had that knee bowing experience, and we cried out, "Help me." And then our God placed us on a pathway to spiritual recovery, because you no longer think you are the great I am, because you're not, neither am I. All right, so let's get back to the topic now that we know that what that is, right? All right, so the other thing it says here, right? No society of men and women ever had a more urgent need for continuous effectiveness and permanent unity. Now, Narcotics Anonymous just had a world convention. It must have been 20,000 people there. Alcoholics Anonymous, the parent of a 12-step program, right? When they had their world convention, there's close to 1 million people there, right? Without the traditions, it would be chaos. Oh my God. In whatever city we have that convention in, it would be chaos, destruction, whatever. But because of the traditions of Alcoholics Anonymous, we know how to behave. We know how to respect one another. We know how to respect establishments. We know how to respect each other. Most importantly, we know how to respect ourselves, right? So we become new creatures, right? When we join a 12-step program that offers spiritual principles, tools, and resources to apply to all earthly matters. So if we don't stay together, guess what? We will perish together. All right. And so he goes on to say, right, we alcoholics see that we must work together and hang together, else most of us will finally die alone. Now, Alcoholics Anonymous for some people is the last door. Good. Good. Because we, our ego and our pride will try to make it work, make it conform to this and make it conform to that. Guess what? Alcoholics Anonymous is the last door on the road. Either you walk in or you die at the door. It's just that simple. Okay? And so most of us rebel coming to Alcoholics Anonymous. But that's only pride and ego. Our God is doing for us what we cannot do for ourselves, okay? And so when we have our knee-bound experience, listen, we will want any and everything to relieve that obsession and that compulsion that we as alcoholics and drug addicts with mental illness, right, do during them stages of our lives, right? So yes, we will perish. We will perish if we do not get the help. So the person in recovery, he says, just as the 12 steps of AA are written in a specific sequence for a reason, so it is with the 12 traditions. Okay, so step one basically says, we admit that we are powerless over, what is your addiction? What is your addiction? Smoking, sex, shopping, working? I don't know. What's your addiction? And how has that addiction made your life unmanageable? So unless we admit that, come out from inside and out, we admit that we were defeated. I can't. But who can? I'm glad you asked. Only the Creator who created us, right? And so that's why Alcoholics Anonymous, for a lot of people, is the last door on the block. Now, you can be stupid, you can be silly, you can be, I don't care. Either you're going to walk through them doors or you're going to die an alcoholic death. Oh my God, okay? And so the 12 steps are in order. But first, we have to do the first step 100%. That's the only step we have to do 100%, without no reservations, without no substitution, right? And same thing with the 12 traditions. Our common welfare should come first. Personal recovery, right, depends on AA unity. The fact that I'm sober 34 plus years is because I attend and stay connected to my fellowship, go to my meetings every day in one way, shape, form, or fashion. There is no I, there's a we. People were there for me when I came, and I want to be there for those who are coming. I've even had all of my grandchildren come to my AA meetings. Oh, yes, I took my son and my daughter to the speakeasy. I took my son and daughter to the crack house. I took my son and daughter, right, to the liquor store. You mean to tell me I can take my children to an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting, to counseling, to therapy? Are you kidding me? If we want to stop the perpetuation of dysfunction, particularly those with co-occurring disorders that perpetuates itself throughout life, right? Until we get the help that we need. And so in Alcoholics Anonymous, our common welfare should come first. my personal recovery depends on AA staying unified. Okay, you got that. All right. All right, so then he goes on to say, right, the first step in the first tradition attempt to instill in me enough humility, to allow me a chance at survival. You understand what I'm saying? Man, as a prostitute, oh my God, I could have died. But he called my name. Jumped out of windows, jumped out of cars, got pushed out of cars, whatever, you know. Yeah. And so I robbed dead bodies. I stepped over dead bodies. Yes. Yes. That disease of addiction coupled with mental illness ain't nothing nice. Ain't nothing nice. Ain't nothing nice. Okay. And so I realized, just like this gentleman did, right, that if, right, the first step in the first tradition attempt to instill in me enough humility to allow me a chance at survival. Oh my God. In my addiction, I survived. Now I'm living. Oh, I'm living my heaven here on earth. Do you understand me? I have my heaven here on earth as a result of these 12 steps, these 12 traditions, these 12 concepts that are all spiritual in nature. Divine providence provided us spiritual experience that brought about spiritual awakenings, right? That brought about an unlimited amount of spiritual breakthroughs. Oh my God, I'm in love with life today. Yes, because I've been set free from recovery. I've emerged empowered. And my only obligation and honor with humility is to give hope to others, help others prosper equally. Do you feel me? Oh my God. Okay, I got to get ready to go, right? And so he goes on to say, right, together they are the basic foundation upon which the steps and traditions that follow are built, right? So the remaining 11 steps and the remaining 11 traditions are the next set of spiritual instructions, spiritual transformation, spiritual application, right? That will help us to live a spiritual life here on this journey called life. When we apply spiritual principles, tools, and resources to all earthly matters, oh my God, you are missing the point. But guess what? Life is designed that way until you have that need-bound experience, and you will. It's guaranteed, okay? Let me go on. It says here, right? It is a process of ego deflation, which allows me to grow as an individual through the steps and as a contributing member of the group through the traditions. Okay, so the 12 spiritual steps helps me to achieve a psychic change. Drinking was not the problem. Drinking only exasperated the situation, perpetuated the ideas, attitudes, and behaviors, right? Right? And so what's really important is that what's inside of me that wants to escape through substances, right? Through outside and external crutches, that I don't want to deal with what's inside of me. So no, drinking is not the problem. Not wanting to reveal what you've been trying to conceal that's preventing you from healing is the problem. And so being introduced one way, shape, form, or fashion to a 12-step spiritual program is designed to set me free, set you free, so that we can help others be set free. Okay? And so don't get it twisted. All right. The next thing it has here, it says, right, full acceptance of the first tradition allows me to set aside personal ambitions, right? Let me stop there, personal ambition, right? Do you think, quote unquote, the old Edwina will be sitting here before you without no dentures, right? Being transparent and authentic and telling you all that. Do you think the old Edwina would want to do that? Oh no, I'm too. Remember how people used to talk like this? They used to talk like this, right? When they got no teeth. Listen, I know you laughing, Tonda. I know y'all laughing at me. Good. That's the point. I have enough humility to be who I am as often as I can be. No more mask, no more pretension, no more fakeness. No, what you see is what you get. If you focus on the message and not the messenger, then your spirit will be filled. Okay? All right. And so it goes on to say, right? Person ambitious, fears and anger when they are in conflict with the common good, thus permitting me to work with others for our mutual survival. Oh my God. Listen, can you imagine 20,000, even 1,000,000 people at a 12-step convention? All those personalities. Man, we can't get along with the people in our own house, let alone millions and thousands, right? It goes to show you that this God that some of us refuse to acknowledge, some of us who've lost contact, some of us who have rebuilt relationship, we recognize that it's all his doing, and that knee bowing experience will change your life because you will cry out, he is. He is Lord. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Lord, I love you. Yes, he is. Ooh, listen. Okay, I got to get ready to go, but let me try to finish this, all right? All right, so, Lord, I love you. That's all I know, okay? All right, so then he says, right, without tradition one, I stand little chance of maintaining the unity required to work with others effectively. And I also stand to lose the remaining traditions, the fellowship, and my life. Guess what? Hell to the no. Listen, hell to the no. I'm not giving anything or anybody that much power ever again to remove me where God has placed me. The predecessors that were back in the 1930s and previously the Oxford group, the Washingtonian group, right? All of them tried to find the answer, but they were missing one component, right? The spiritual angle, right? The psychic change, right? It's our thinking that needs to be changed. And when we are humiliated, that humiliation is a great thing because it will bring about humility for us to say, help me, please, help me. That's the shortest prayer you can say is help me, help me, help me. You ain't even got to say, please, just say, help me. And you open up the door to recognize he's already and has always been there. Yes. All right. Wait, I get so teary-eyed sometimes. All right, y'all, I got to go. All right, so our common welfare should come first. What I couldn't do for my children, I now do for my grandchildren and other children. How I treated seniors badly in the past, I now treat them good. For the people I have caused harm in the past, and institutions, I've done my best to change my ways and make direct amends. Oh, yes, I will be set free each and every day as long as I use these 12 spiritual principles, tools, and resources to apply to all earthly matters. Lord, I just love you. That's all I know. Thank you for choosing me, Many are called, many are called, many are called, but few are chosen. I know I am chosen. When you know you are chosen, you're not intimidated by any man. No, you're not. I'm not intimidated by any man. Do you hear me? I know who I am now, and I know whose I am now, right? I know my survival, right, is contingent on my involvement in a 12-step spiritual program. Now that I have a church affiliation that only increases my spirituality. You understand? Huh? We are born to serve unconditionally with love, no hidden agendas. And guess what? I do get in touch with my humanness. And I'm going to say this and stop. This is what I ask myself to keep myself in check. Edwina, is what you want to say, is what you want to do, is how you want to act. Is it going to feed the flesh? The flesh is so needy. But I know where my flesh has taken me, and I know where it can take me back underneath that parkour. Or, Edwina, are you going to yield to the Spirit? You ain't got to ask me twice. I'm practicing one day at a time. The more you practice, the better you get at it, of allowing this vessel to occupy the fruit of the Spirit. Okay. I love you. You love me. We are one big old family with a great big hug and a kiss from me to you. Won't you say you love me too? Ooh. I got to go, y'all. Be of service to others. Be kind to someone. Help someone today. Hug someone today. Call someone today, right? Either you're going to stand or we're going to fall, okay? To God be the glory. And if it's God's will that you and I are reunited tomorrow, I'll be here. And if it's God's will, you will be too. Be blessed.